Hey dolls! So I haven't done a video like this in a while, but I just got out of seeing Free Guy in theaters this weekend, and I wanted to give some of my thoughts on it. But before we do that, I want to give a spoiler warning because I will be talking about details. I'll try not to ruin every little surprise, but to be on the safe side, for those of you who don't know, Free Guy is where he is a NPC non-player character in a online game very similar to Slaughter Race in Ralph Breaks the Internet or Grand Theft Auto Online, whichever have you. But then one day he sees a player character who is wearing sunglasses. All player characters wear really cool sunglasses. That she's singing this song that he loves, and that just sort of awakens him to the reality of this world, where he starts to act like a player character, albeit one who is a good guy. And so if you haven't seen the film, I recommend seeing it, especially if you really love video games. This has a lot of fun with playing on the nature of how game worlds work. And it is all really well done, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. So Ryan Reynolds, he's Guy. He is Guy, and Guy is just, a guy who goes to the bank that is always being robbed by player characters, or heroes as they're referred to, because they are, whenever you're a player character in a game, you are technically a hero. So Molotov Girl, or Millie as her real name is played by actress Jodie Comer, who looks an awful lot like Winona Ryder, I think. The story is that Millie and Joe Keery's character, known as Keys, they were both indie game developers at one point, and they had created this game known as Free Life. All the NPC characters would evolve and grow, and I guess players were supposed to somewhat interact with them and to sort of help them evolve in a way, kind of like, if any of you guys recall this really old Dreamcast game called Seaman with Leonard Nimoy. It was very bizarre and weird, but pretty advanced. Millie is involved with trying to get into the game because she's trying to find proof that the game that she and Keys have been working on was sold to this company known as Tsunami, who is behind Free City. Antoine, who is in charge of Free City at Tsunami, stole their program to use in Free City. That's sort of what Guy is. He is a part of that program of these characters that were supposed to have their AI evolve and grow. And it's to the point where they would essentially become alive, or close to alive as possible. Once he meets Millie's character, he becomes a free guy. He manages to get a player's sunglasses, and thus, once he has the player's sunglasses, he can interact with the system as a player, so he can level up. And Millie is like, if you want to help me, I need you to get to level 100. So he works really hard to get to level 100, but what's fascinating of how he does it is that he is not aware that he is living inside a video game, that he is an NPC character in a game. So all the other NPC characters that he interacts with day-to-day life are real to him. They are real people to him. They're people he knows. He's best friends with some of them. He doesn't want to hurt them like the player characters do. And he becomes rather famous for this. And there is some real world interactions. I think many of you already know that there are real world YouTubers and Twitch streamers that were put into the film as cameos in a way. It's to help to ground the real world aspect into our world. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. I understand it. It does kind of make me wish that when I was first doing Let's Play all the way back in 2008, that maybe I should have taken it seriously as a career option, in which maybe I could have been Free Guy myself, just as a little short little cameo. It's not at all like the struggling actress inside of me talking about all this stuff. No, it's nothing like that. Everyone does a good job, and there's a couple of other surprise cameos. I don't want to really spoil too many of them. I want to do spoilers, but I don't want to spoil too much. Guy's best buddy is Buddy. He's a security guard at the bank. So whenever, it's really adorable because whenever they play your character doing a bank robbery mission, these two characters, they it's so routine to them. They know exactly what to do. So him and Guy would just sit on the floor and they would just talk like girls at a slumber party. It's so adorable. Some people would argue there hasn't really been a truly good video game adaptation. I would argue Detective Pikachu was a step in the right direction, also starring Ryan Williams. No, who am I thinking? Robin Williams and Ryan Reynolds. No, Ryan. I was gonna say Robin Reynolds. No, Ryan Reynolds. So Detective Pikachu, which was also starring Ryan Reynolds as the voice. I wonder if just Ryan is the secret. I think that's really the secret here, is that you just have to have people working on the film who really understand the medium of games to translate that to the big screen. I do have to say, though, I am very curious how this film reads to people who are not into games. Will they be able to understand it? Will they be able to enjoy it as much as people who are, like myself? I don't know. I kind of wish my mom was here in LA with me because this would be something I would have taken her to. She has some knowledge of games, but I mean, the way that she holds a PlayStation controller. So my mom plays games like this. This is how she holds the controller. There's an SNL skit with Adam Driver where he is a dad trying to learn how to play Fortnite for his kids, and he was holding the controller very similar like this. And that's a quality actor there. That's a detail I noticed, and I appreciate it. It's fascinating to see how games are starting to now become far more mainstream. I think this is a good film that really came out at the right time where a lot more people really understand the nature of games. You now have filmmakers and people working on these movies who know how to make it work and appreciate it. There may be a sequel to Free Guy because it's been receiving really great reviews. It's doing fairly well. Right now, it's still only available in theaters. I'm hoping that it does become available for digital streaming for those who are a bit more nervous of going out. And also because I want to rewatch it and pause the film and just take a look at the background and just have all sorts of fun with it. So those are my thoughts on Free Guy. If you saw Free Guy, let me know what you thought. Leave your thoughts in the comment below. Also, feel free to subscribe to this channel as well. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. You've been a doll.